anyone tell me how many attendees we had at SacAnime this weekend? And they said, we sure can. We sure can tell you how many people were here this weekend. And I said, that's great. What's the number? And they told me, and I was like, no, really, what's the number? SacAnime Summer in 2011, we had approximately 4,800 attendees. That's the whole weekend. That's every badge sold. 4,800 attendees. This SacAnime, anyone? Don't scream. Anyone? I'll point at a few people quickly. Anyone want to take a guess? I have a 7,300. It's like Price is Right. Go ahead. 800 total? Or 800 more? Oh, it's okay. Go ahead. Oh, of course, someone had to say 9,000. No. And last one, I'll get you right in the back, sir.
62,000.
6,200. 6,200. Not quite. But nonetheless, winter, which is normally a time where we don't see a whole lot of growth. We see summers at 4,800 and then winter is about 4,800. Attendance for the con this weekend was 5,100. That's awesome. That's a great number. In fact, that is a magic number. Excuse me. SacAnime has been working really hard to build a community and build a fan base in Sacramento. And we have, unfortunately, had our hands tied a little bit just because Sacramento is not very great when it comes to large venues. You have hotels like this, and you have the convention center. And it's like, well, that's an awfully big leap. What kind of number do we need to go to a place like that? And there is a number that we have to consider. And based on what we've seen this weekend, and then what we hope to see in the summer, you guys might be in for a treat later on this presentation. So thank you very much for everyone who came. We had a great weekend, and that is a great number to put up on the board for our 7th or 8th year going. I thought I put in transitions for that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is the AMV Music Video Contest Winners. Did anyone go to AMVs? Anyone? Oh, awesome. Great. We had a lot of demand for that. People were yelling at me on the forums, we need AMVs. You are not an anime con without AMVs. Fine, I'm sorry. So I have run AMVs the past 2 conventions. They've been very well received. I'm glad you guys had a great time with that. So the way our AMVs work, we had, let's see, we had 14 entries this year, which is great because we only had, I think, about 10 in the summer. So we are growing, and that's what I want to see the contest become. What we did is everyone got to score a video, 1 to 5, and I totaled up all of those scores by hand. Oh, thank you for whoever drew the Raptor Jesus on the ballot. It made me smile. It made me smile when I was like slogging through ballots at 2 o'clock in the morning. So thank you very much. It's like, no. No way, Raptor Jesus? All right, cool. Well, we had approximately, it was close to 100 people who were voting. The total amount of points any video could have earned was 440. And I'm sorry this isn't going to be, oh, I can still do this. Watch this.
Mike.
Don't be so. Wait. Really? I look like such a nerd wearing the Tron hoodie. What possibly gave it away? Okay. I work in IT. All right. Look at that. Nothing. Okay. So our prizes, which I have in my pocket, and I have lovely ribbons for all the people who won. Yes, I apologize for people who said last time who never got ribbons. There was an error with the awards purchasing person. So the way this works is first place is awarded $50, second place is awarded $35, and third place is awarded $25. Okay? We definitely want to try and entice you guys to put up high quality videos. So without further ado, In third place with a score of 352 out of 440, and I'd like you to come to the stage, is Yosef Giassi, Manly Tears. Well, all the same, a lovely effort put forward. You guys will get to see the winners, so don't worry, that's coming too. In second place, with a score of 360, so very close, was Aaron Thompson, Say Goodbye to Yesterday. Are you here? Hey, come up here.
You're a terrible person. It's so depressing. It's drama! Yay! Good job!
And last but not least, do I get one of those like knee slappy drum roll things? With a score of 385 in first place is Shelby Okay, so let's talk about the future of SacAnime a little bit. As I mentioned at the beginning when I gave our attendance number, we've been looking for a very specific number to hit to consider options. Because we sort of need a critical mass to consider going someplace else or doing something different. It is pretty much official at this point. I mean, we gotta do paperwork and things like that. But effective summer 2013, we're going to take over the Sacramento Convention Center. The details at this point, we're going to still work them out. We got a whole year to get that squared away and taken care of. We've already pretty much got a hotel lined up to give you the room rates you're getting here, but downtown, right across the street from the convention center. So we're looking out for you guys, we really are. We didn't want to have to raise registration any more than we would absolutely have to move to a venue like this. And we also want to make sure your hotel costs and everything stayed flat if we could. And we have to leverage people, we have to leverage bodies to say, look, we have 5,000 people. We promise we will book hotels, we'll do all this stuff. Can you give us, can you help us out? And there are people who are willing to do that. So, more details to follow, but that is what I've heard this weekend is where we're going. So that's great. That's awesome news for the future of the con. There's lots of room to grow there. I don't think we're going to put, Anime Expo out or anything like that, but we will be a force to be reckoned with. The Sacramento community will rise to the occasion. That said, I will get to questions, don't worry. That said, as the con grows, we need help. We need a lot of help. And there's two ways to do this. The first way, if you just want to get your feet wet, if you want to see, oh, do I really want to volunteer my time? And that is the key word. Actually, I'll say this now. If you get a chance today, stop a staff member, stop a security person, tap them on the shoulder, and say thank you. Because most of them, they do this for volunteer. And they really appreciate it. But that said, we do need to fill out our ranks. So like I said, the first thing you do is volunteer. It's a very simple process. You just a little bit of your time for the weekend, and there are perks for doing that. We do reward you for volunteering your time with the convention. The second route, if you're ready to dive in both feet first, we need staff to help fill out our ranks a little bit. The positions for staff will be posted on the website and on the forums, so keep your eyes out there. If you're not already a member of the forums, please do yourself a favor and sign up there. That's where we listen, that's where we expect you guys to post and say like, hey, I want this guest, or hey, I want this band, or hey, I want to do this or that. When we have people clamoring for Eyeshine to make an appearance, That's why they're coming back in the summer, because we hear you guys perform, and that's what we need to do. So, that said, these are the 4 staff positions I absolutely am going to be trying to fill for the convention. The first is the community outreach liaison. This person will be doing some work with local businesses. So, and this is relatively new for even conventions to do this, but what this person does is goes out, talks to like Subway and Costco and all those places and says, hey, we got 5,000 people coming right next door. Do you want to appear in our program book with any deals for our attendees? And you know, it's free advertising basically. So we want to go ahead and start getting in the habit of reaching out to the business community and all those type of people to facilitate good relationships when it comes to bringing a horde of you guys and sending them upon a location. So again, this will all be up on the website. You'll be able to email me and we'll take care of it. An AMV coordinator. I did it the past 2 times. I am but a man. And I can't be program director and AMV coordinator and tech guy helping the other tech guy who has already run away, because he deserves a big round of applause too. Chris, if you're back there, they love you. But I need someone to do this. This man makes all the concerts and all the audio and everything happen. So without him, we'd be nowhere. So thank you, Chris. So AMV coordinator is just going to have to take in this is my AMV requests, download the videos, and then turn them into the long presentation that you guys see, count ballots after the convention, and then put together another video on site, which is lots of fun, to show who the winners are for the whole group of you guys. So, somewhat easy job, but definitely a certain level of technical aptitude is required. And generally, other conventions fill these seats with people who have gone on to greater things in the AMV community and just want to come back and contribute instead. So, if you're interested, let me know. Go. Assistant to the program director. That's me. I need another set of hands. If I have to run, I made the circuit from here to the courtyard probably close to 200 times this weekend. And I'm on a radio, I have people, I'm schizophrenic, I have voices in my head telling me they need things. And then I have to talk back to them, and that's even weirder. I do need another set of hands. That's a very awful way to put that, but I don't want to confuse people by making it more technical. So I will be putting all these up on the website if you are interested. We will have conversations later on. And the last one, and it's not as critical, but it would definitely be help, is I need a tech coordinator. And this is a high skill position. I need someone who's good with microphones, someone who's good with projectors and hooking up projectors and doing that type of stuff, because I was doing that too. So I need to be able to trust someone else to set up and tear down technology for panels and things like that instead of me, and then that group should become its own entity at some point. So that person will eventually have volunteers that work under them and will disperse and do things as needed. So those are the 4 immediate things that I know the convention needs. I'm already talking to the other track directors, so like guest relations and cosplay and all those people, and if they need help, they're supposed to let me know, because I want to just blast it out there and try and get people potentially in place for the summer. We'll see. That might be too aggressive, but I think I can do it. So, and I believe that's all the good news I had for you guys today. So, thank you for making this an amazing SacAnime. Now, so I don't look like I'm lording over you. Now we get to the attendees' favorite part, and that is to tell me what they liked, what they hated, what I need to fix. Oh, let me get my laptop, because I'll forget some stuff. Okay, so let me talk about why panels are the way they are. As you may have noticed, I have 2 rooms to schedule programming in. I have this one and panels. To make things more complicated, I have to tear that air wall down for the big events. So I effectively lose a room at about 4. Oh, before everyone leaves, is there a Gloria McAllister in this room, or do you know a Gloria McAllister? Okay, fair enough. I have something of hers that she probably very much wants back, but I will reach out to her. I'll find her in the registration and email her or something. So that's what the problem is with saying, like, I want QAs to be longer. I can't do it too long because I gotta fit other stuff in. Okay, fair enough. 2 years, a year or so from now, when we're at a bigger venue, you're right, it'll be way different. But while we're stuck, not stuck, I mean, we like this hotel. While we're here, we do need to use the facilities as best we can. People ask, why isn't there a viewing room? It's because I don't have a space to run one. As it is, there are critical programming things like gaming and Artist Alley and stuff like that that I have to put in rooms. And by the time I get done with that, I've got like 2 left. So that's sort of the way it is. I'm not like fond of it either, but we do the best we can with what we have. What is that? It's like from Portal, right? No, we do what we want because we can. Never mind, sorry. But so that sort of explains it. I'd love to run panels longer. I'd love to run Q&As longer. Also, the guests they may seem immortal to you, but they do ask. They make requests like only so many hours of this a day or that a day because they burn out. I mean, poor Vic, you know, was on his last vocal cord today because you guys have been running ragged. He loves it. He loves being run ragged by you guys, but he was run ragged. And I heard someone else shout, bring back certain guests. Definitely go on the forums and say that. We also try to, you know, rotate guests in. Because while I have you guys saying, bring back Vic, I have like people going, please don't bring back Vic, bring in someone else. Not they don't like Vic, but they already saw Vic and they want someone else to come in. So Vic's a great guest. I have no problem with that. It's just, we try to keep it fresh for you guys. So it's not, let's see, in a perfect world, you guys would want every convention to be Johnny Young Bosch and iShine, Vic Mignogna, Troy, Tara, and Roger Craig Smith. I think like those are the 5 guests. If you could have them every weekend, it might be that. So I'm already in the process of booking guests too. I think this is a rumor, and only a rumor. I think we're trying to get FemShep to come for the summer. FemShep, she does Mass Effect 3 female shepherd. Yes. She's also done voices for, I think she did some stuff with Cowboy Bebop. She did some stuff in, we were surprised. Someone was like, yeah, you should invite her. We're like, well, she done any anime? And then we went through her IMDb and we're like, oh. Where'd this person come from? So, I think we're trying to make that work for you. So we'll bring in some new blood. I'm just bringing up something so I can type down the wonderful ideas or criticisms you guys have for me. Yes, ma'am.
You guys did a great job accommodating for table, but I think that there should be something more for artists and pushing to get all the way out to the end. And yeah, sure, they would push all the way out and then head all the way back in.
Yeah. Well, I know the one change, it's going to cut into my programming time, but the one thing I'm going to do is put larger gaps between panels to make clearing rooms in and out cleaner. Yeah, my volunteers are all cheering. They're like, oh, thank you, God. It is going to cut into my programming time, but I think in the long run, it'll be better and safer for you guys to get in and out of places. And I will certainly make a note about disabled access for various events and whatnot and see what we can do. No, it's fine. I understand. For events. Okay, I'll turn my head and pick on another person. You, sir.
Me? Whose bright idea was to put swap meet in such a high traffic area?
So swap meet started too early, one. It should have started much later than it had. And yeah, that's been traditionally the spot for it, but when I saw what happened on Friday, that will not be where the swap meet is ever again. It will be somewhere else. So, I know this hallway is like an 80-year-old's artery. It's just, nothing gets in or out. And that's not to slight anyone who's octogenarian or anything. It's just, I know that this is a problem. And that's why we're trying to get to a bigger and better venue, so we're not killing each other to get to and from events. Yes. Let's see. Yes, ma'am.
When the autograph line and the autograph table are either side of the wall. Because like in summer we have the autograph table next to the windows and the doors, so the line is more good. And then
Okay, so the question was about what was up with the autograph layout this time? Why was it different? What happened? I personally, I don't know. The guest relations people are usually the ones who are making sure the guests get the tables and stuff they need. I will make a note for them to try and keep the autographs. Right. No, that made sense to me because I actually accidentally got a little upset with one of the groups who was setting up a swag table. And it's like, what are you guys doing? This is a guest, blah, blah, blah. They're like, no, guests are over there. And I was like, okay. But it's not my department, so, but I will definitely let them know that that's a concern, and we'll try and do something different in the future.